Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, we did it. We did it. We we did it. We did it. We did it. They
Man, take
didn't
yourself off
believe
the
in
screen.
us.
I know.
They they didn't believe in us. They did not believe in us. Give me a second, guys. I'm just getting the word out that we are going live on YouTube. Spain have done it. 2-1 regular time. And like I said with the England game, you thought it was going to extra time, but no, we had other plans. We have the game wrapped up in 90, and
He's really saying that's crazy.
for so much of the narrative being is football coming home. If you ask someone, guys, today, which team made it feel like football was coming home? It was Spain throughout the whole tournament, throughout their whole lives. If football belonged anywhere, it would not belong in England. So a 2-1 win. We can get back to our Premier League gallivanting next month, but it goes the way it should, which is rare to see in finals, rare to see. The underdog story. I'll let you guys carry the underdog story. Where did it go wrong today, John?
It went wrong with the manager, mate. That's how it started, though. When I pull up that stream, and I see they've gone to a back four, in which they were terrible this whole tournament, I'm like, oh, it's not off to a good start. And then it was shambles. You see Harry Kane starting. That's already shambles there as well. Letting Harry Kane start. He did one good thing. They Luke Shaw starting. That's one good thing he did. But no Harry Kane. Harry Kane starting. No Cole Palmer. I was disgusted from the get-go. I was disgusted.
The funny thing is, the Shaw move was purely because Trippier was sick, and not because Southgate actually wanted to. I'm sure if Trippier was fit, he would have started. I agree. I thought the tactics were a bit of a shamble. How do you get a goal up? You've got Spain by the balls. Like you've got them retreating for the first time in this comp, really, and then you're like, nah, let's sit back and let's we should be going extra time. Let's sit back. The tactics are all over the shocking is so bad to watch, man.
I don't want to blame everything on Harry Kane because, like you said, at a certain point, you've got to realize Harry Kane is giving you the same 4 out of 10
Yeah.
every single game. All right. Like, this was no different to the last 3 or 4 games we've seen from him. And I was telling John on the weekend, like, remember that first game against Serbia where Milenkovic locks him up? And we're like, wow, Milenkovic did such a good job. Looking back, Milenkovic made that look like actual tough work. And you know, we're gonna, the Athletic's gonna come out this week with some sort of article, a breakdown on what went wrong.
Mm.
And 100%, I'm hoping for his sake, Harry Kane was injured in this tournament because there's no other way I can like justify this Harry Kane performance in my
You
mind
can.
at
You can.
all.
You
At
absolutely
all.
can because
They
the
were
team
playing
around him is
9
shocking.
v11 this whole game.
Yeah. No.
I can't do this,
I,
man.
Yeah,
you can justify the
they
Harry
were.
Kane being shit because they did not have the right people around him. It was too like I don't know, man. You
Why are
have
you
Wait,
building
wait,
your team
wait,
around
wait,
Harry
wait.
Kane?
Wait,
Why
wait,
are you
wait,
building your team
wait.
around Harry Kane?
you
Okay,
need people running in behind.
hold
You can't. You
hold
need
up.
people running in behind if you
Hold.
want Kane to be effective.
Okay,
Uh,
Saj is correct. Saj is correct on that point. If Kane plays, you want at least 1 or 2 runners. The one thing we know about Harry Kane is the Kane Heung-min Son 1-2 punch. Occasionally it was Marcus Rashford, but you guys didn't want to swing that way this tournament. That's on you. But the going into this tournament, none of us predicted that this would have been the Harry Kane that we saw. If you told me at the
Yeah.
start of the tournament Harry Kane was going to win Golden Boot, I would not have disagreed. I would not have disagreed. He has always been there for England. That's why this is so much of a shock. That's why this is like so out of the blue. And yes, Bayern didn't make it to the Champions League final, win it, or anything like that. But they had a deep run, and he was this sort of 6, 7 out of 10 guy then. And you're seeing the same things in a worse team. And It's really ugly that the season that was meant to be his Ballon d'Or season, that's what this season was painted out to be, is actually one of the least memorable in the last 6-7 years of watching Harry Kane, which is it sucks to say, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Let's talk about the champs, the world champs. Boys, best team in the tournament. Can we agree with that?
100%.
Like from day one to day dot.
Yeah, from the get go,
It
they
is
were
what
the
it
best
is.
team. I'll give you that.
Look, if we're being honest, football won here. The team that played the most aesthetic football won. I won't
Football
deny
came.
that. Yeah, I agree. If for the casual fan, I'm sure they're happy. For us, slightly biased towards England supporters, yeah, a little bit more shitty. But no, they're definitely the right team won. I can't deny that.
Man of the match, before we get into the whole team and how the game sort of unfolded, just I'm going to need Jono's thoughts because he's found it hard to praise the Spanish team. He's found it.
No,
He actually
just
thought.
the captain.
Oh no! He actually. What was it he said? England would dominate the midfield today.
that was a shocking call, by the way. I can't believe you said that.
That was based on the fact that they'll play a back five, a real formation that actually made them a good team. But no, they decided to play a back four and go 9 on 11. And I was shocked when I saw that. I couldn't believe it. But forget that. Man of the match. Oh, that's tough. After the first half, I would have said Rodri very clearly, but then he went up injured.
I think my shout would be. Sorry, go
probably
on,
have to go one. No, you can continue if you want.
I was gonna say I think my shout would have been Carvajal because I think it has to go. I just think he was one of the fullbacks who pushed going forward, and he was still really good going defensively. I just feel like I can't give it to one of the wingers. What?
If you can read the comment.
That's such a shout. That's such a shout.
That's a great comment.
Nah, anyway, yeah, I think it's.
That's a great comment.
I think both the wingers were in and out of the game. They weren't really in it the entire time. They did well with the small chances that they gave them, but like, what do you call it? Yamal wasn't clinical enough for me to feel like he deserved the man of the match. Nico Williams had the one chance he made.
What about Nico Williams?
Yeah, like I said, he got shut down the first half. I don't think he was doing all that much. But
Nico Williams.
He got shut down the first half, man. He did not do anything.
To some extent, yeah, but he was still a threat.
He was better than Yamal. He was much better than Yamal.
Yeah.
Much better than
But
Yamal.
there was, but like, as in, what are we talking about? First half, there was only one chance, and are we really counting that as a chance? And we only saw really one chance from the second half from Nico, and is the one who scored. Which is like, I'm not saying he played badly. He obviously scored one of the more important goals. He played well.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to give someone man of the match when they appeared for out of the whole 90 minutes, they were really only influential for 20. Whereas I'm looking at that back line, they were important for the entire game. And I'm looking at Cucurella, I'm looking at Carvajal, and they were really the ones pushing the pace for this friend and for this.
You say Carvajal, but he was defending no one.
Is this back to
He
your
was defending no
11?
one. They were playing with no left winger. Like there was nothing was going on there. They went back to their group stage. No left side. They had Luke Shaw at least, but there was no left side up front, and it was disgraceful. Carvajal had a walk in the park. It was a walk in the park.
Who do you think it is then?
I don't think anyone deserves it. Rodri after the first half, 1,000%. I might still give it to Rodri. Body on the line.
This isn't Mean Girls. You can't just like break it up between like 7 guys. Like just
body on the line.
Give me someone.
No, I'm going Rodri. Sack that. I'm going Rodri.
45 minutes of a 0-0 boring ass game. You're giving it to Rodri.
He stopped Harry Kane from getting confidence. That's what he did.
I think Harry Kane stopped Harry Kane from getting confidence. I don't want to.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like I'm just watching footage of Spain lift the trophy right now. We did it. We really did it. They didn't believe. They did not believe in us.
You're a disgrace.
There were a lot of Spanish performances I felt that were standard 7/8 out of 10. Carvajal, like you said, did not put a foot wrong. Cucurella didn't really put a foot wrong. Olmo, Ruiz grew into the game. Laporte and Lenormand looked fine. They looked absolutely
chill.
fine the whole game.
I mean,
Nothing man of the
defending
match.
no one, so they were chilling as well.
Nothing man of the match worthy there, but Cucurella gets that assist. And I know he's one of the 56 guys. I've actually read the books yesterday on Chelsea's payroll. Brother, he did it. He did it. You didn't believe in him, and your own boy, John, stabbed you in the back with that late Oyarzabal goal that no one expected.
I already, me and Party, we already saw it coming. Once Morata got subbed off, we saw that Spain win coming from a mile away. So I'm not too.
The comments have been good today.
I'm not too mad about it.
Okay. Well, it seems like you feel a way about it, but I'll let you be in denial for the next 2-3 minutes. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that really quickly before we go through the comments again. Get your comments in, what you thought about the game, who your man of the match was, because I don't think we have a clear answer so far. I'm seeing Ferran Torres with the trophy right now. I don't know why he's kissing it. He played one game. Going through the game, though, first half, really boring. As much as John is saying it was a 4 at the back, it was a 5 at the back for certain spells of that first half. Second half, and we were celebrating in the chat when Nico Williams scored. Didn't matter which side we were supporting because we knew we had a game.
Yeah.
And I could sense Ollie Watkins punching the air. You know,
Yeah.
I could sense the happiness in Gareth Southgate being able to put a more aggressive lineup out.
No, Gareth wasn't happy about it. He was not happy about it. Everyone else was. England were happy. They were like, we can start playing some real football now. Ollie Watkins and Cole Palmer were happy. They knew they were going to come on 20 minutes earlier. And it worked out. Cole Palmer scored. And we were so close. We were so close to getting it to extra time.
You know the funny thing is, I think what let down England is they scored too early, which is as a football fan, I find that as a really funny statement. But like the way they've been playing the entire tournament, it's been they scored in the last 10 minutes, then they set up shop. But they had to set up shop from the 70th, which is like so unheard of for them. The extra 10 minutes and they just crumble. It's so funny.
Are you saying Spain got a 2-for-1 opportunity?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Is that the analysis?
But yes.
Is that the analysis that we're doing right now?
Well, like, as you think about it, right? Like England have always like the second they go down, that's when we start seeing their best football play, right? And then after they score, they usually revert back to the same thing they were doing prior to conceding the goal, right? That's been their entire story for the entire tournament. And like they've been scoring these speckies. You see Cole finally put something in the back corner, and like people finally being like, this is why you're meant to have him on a lot earlier in the game as opposed to the last 10, 20 minutes. And then all you had to do is like keep going. They had, like I said, man, they had Spain on their heels for the first time in this tournament. Even Germany didn't manage to do that for what they did for maybe it might have only been a 10-minute spell, but that's the most we've seen Spain on the back foot retreating. And then they just like literally one punt to Pickford and they just sat back. And then, Pickford, the guy can't kick for his life. He's just kicking it out, really. And all the pressure goes. It's such a disappointment because England, even though they didn't deserve it, they should have got a result out of this game.
Yeah.
There were chances. You talk about Cole Palmer coming on. I've had a lot of fun analyzing the game so far with you guys, but more importantly, where is it? Okay. Let's break it down. We got the Sofa score up. How do you start Cole Palmer? Because it felt like this whole tournament, Cole Palmer is the guy that England should be starting. He is the most threatening player. If we did have to start him, who drops out?
I told you many times, Rob. You know my answer. I've told you many times.
He's had a great
tournament, but Kobe's got to come out.
You realize no one in this team will be able to pass the ball
Yeah.
in the back half of the pitch. You realize that,
It
right?
don't matter. Look, I'd rather us bomb it up and have people attacking than pass it around the back and do nothing with it. To be honest,
Because
Yeah,
you
you know
saw
what? You know what?
saw how bombing it up works with
You know what?
Pickford, Walker, Stones,
See,
where he.
whenever I talk
It's
about
not
England,
working.
Watkins is that striker. Please. Whenever I talk about England, Watkins is that striker, not Harry Kane. Please.
Hey, can I just say, bombing is the right word because Jono, you are the definition of football terrorism. I can't believe half the things that come out of your mouth.
Because I'm telling you,
Person-
it's vision. You can't see it. You both of you don't have that vision. You can't see it. I'm
No.
telling you, it's revolutionary. I'm telling you.
You want to play a one-man midfield, and that man is Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, and he was he was probably the worst midfielder today.
And you're gonna
I'm happy
slowly
for
turn him
Phil
into
and
Jordan
drop in
Henderson.
next to him. They've been fine when that's happened. Just get Palmer on the pitch, get Watkins on the pitch. That's all I care about. Like as much as I want to keep Kobe on the pitch, he's been great this tournament. There's no one else I can really take off.
Can you take off Declan Rice?
No, you can't because there's no
As much as I want to, you can't. I would love to. I would love to.
Because like your only replacement really is Gallagher, and I'm not relying on Gallagher to play the six.
Don't drop the name,
right?
please.
No, but like that, I'm just saying in terms of who they have in the midfield, who are their options. It's Gallagher that can play a similar sort of position, but you don't really have another person who's like.
Remember the start of the tournament when this fella.
Remember, I'm not going to be part of this
Shut your dumb ass up.
I was adamant Trent should not be in the midfield. That was always my thing. I'm not going to be part of these allegations.
Jono, what? Say again why you wanted Trent in midfield.
Shut
up! I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Shut up! Shut up! I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All right, let's go through the comments. Tom saying, "Is Spain play from any era well? They'll be favorites. They've struggled to turn up over the last decade, but finally they've got players that deliver."
Yeah,
Nico
if
Williams,
they get a striker, they'll be unbeatable in any tournament. But yeah, great point.
And look, I think they'll be fine with Dani Olmo, and I think Ferran Torres. I liked him in that third game against not Georgia. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's been a long day. But
that was an exhibition
I think Ferran Torres has been like always in these sort of teams, in and around them, as the striker or the winger, and he's been dropped now with Olmo coming in and Fabian Ruiz coming in. It's a little bit different now with the wingers actually being wingers as well. So
yeah,
I think they'll have guys that can do a job, but their only out and out 9 is Joselu, right? So what are we really expecting from them, if anything at all?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't even think they need like an out and out striker. They've got. I think a big reason for that is probably Olmo, because you have someone who's gonna get up the pitch and still be a threat on goal. So you just need someone who can be clinical and get on the end of like a Yamal or a Nico Williams cross. So ideally, you want someone taller in there. I don't know. Joselu's that guy. He's pretty good in the air. But I don't know how
he's
long
old,
he's gonna last. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know how long.
This is his last tournament.
Yeah, but like all I'm saying is you don't necessarily need the most all-round striker. You just need someone who's good in the air and who can link up relatively well to give it to this midfield.
Well, if you want a man like that, look no further. Look no further than the captain, the main man, leading from the front. Okay.
There's a reason both captains got subbed off around 60. All right. I don't want to, just don't talk anymore.
Hold up. Don't pigeonhole him. Don't pigeonhole him with your one. Don't pigeonhole him with your guy, because if your favorite player played like Morata, you guys would switch the script so easily. He's hustling. He's winning throw-ins. He's winning fouls. He's contributing when he can't score. If your favorite player just
not when he can't, because he can't.
No, when he can't.
No,
when he can't.
As much as I hate to agree with Param here,
Morata is coming off the back of a really bad 6 months, but overall this season, let me pull up the numbers. This is his best ever season in a while. In a
Mm.
while. I
I
was loading up.
I
his
don't I don't
phone
understand that. I don't understand
Bro.
the hate, to be honest.
Bro, he's got 15 goals in 32 games this season. Most of those were in the first half of the season. If you're in a dry spell, Harry Kane was not in a dry spell, by the way. Okay, Harry Kane was having a good time. If you're in a dry
Yeah.
spell and your country gives you the captain's armband, which in Morata's position is very easy to say no to. It's very easy to be like, yo, they are going to kill me.
Yeah.
They're going to kill me. We've seen it happen at club level. We probably see it happen at England level with some other players that would be happy to turn down that opportunity because they know.
You're telling me if you're in his
Sick.
position, you're saying no to the captain's armband.
I'm saying don't ever put me in the position of an egotistical football player because you know I will definitely take the captaincy.
Absolutely.
But having heard stories of players turn down captaincy at club level before, I wouldn't have been surprised. Especially in Morata's position, man.
Yeah.
He's talked about it this whole week. The country hates him. He feels no respect, no love. Even at club level, he says Italy was much better for him. Chelsea, obviously, he's never felt love as a football player, bro. So
I think
he's
that
turned up. He's riled up the fans at every opportunity he can, and he's played maybe not as well as he can, but he's turned up. He's turned up every game. Never left effort be in question. Put your hands up, boys. Put your hands up. I never doubted him. You did.
to be fair for him, I think you're right. I think his perception in Spain at least should change now because he was. No, come on, man. He was very influential for this entire run. Whether he scores a goal or not, he's been a big driving force for this attack. You can't deny that.
I'm
Like,
not saying he's a Ballon d'Or winner.
No.
We're not gonna Jorginho
No.
him.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
I'm not saying I'm not. That's crazy. I'm not saying that either. But he was. Look, you can't deny he was so important to this team. I don't think they get to this point. I don't think they get to the final without him. Even though he hasn't scored since the group stages, right? I don't think they get to the final without him. He is that important to this team.
You think so? I think if Pedri's not injured and Dani
will.
Olmo plays up top instead, they get to the final more convincingly.
Yeah, I don't think he was a make or break for this team. I just think he worked hard. He did well.
He provided good energy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the only difference makers, if you look at this Spain team,
the wingers,
I think Laporte, the wingers, and the mids. I feel like the fullbacks were very replaceable.
No, I'll say this
I think the fullbacks were pretty replaceable.
The wingers and Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah. Rodri is a lock as well. Rodri is a lock. But yeah, the rest of them, like Carvajal, I see them replacing. Cucurella will not play another tournament. I'm not having this. Like he might have this Nations League run, but the moment Grimaldo gets minutes, and the moment Pedro Porro gets minutes on the other flank, we might see another dimension to this Spain team if they can figure it out.
World Cup might be scary.
Yeah, the World Cup Spain team might be crazy. Player of the tournament. Well, Chelsea just signed. Is it Guhi or
what's his name? Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Chelsea, Barca
Such a good Chelsea fan you are. Don't know.
Mark Gui.
Brother, we sign someone every 2 days. What do you want me to do?
This is true.
All right.
But yeah, player of the tournament very clearly is Fabian Ruiz in my books. Very clearly.
Honestly, John, last 2 games.
He's not
last
been great.
2 games have been like
he wasn't that great in the first half today, but he still pretty much ran the show alongside Rodri just about every single game in the tournament. And especially getting forward as well, he created so much for them. I think I told you this after game 1 and game 2, and you weren't like too on it. But after the third or fourth game, you saw it. Like he was getting forward, creating so many chances for himself, for others as well, and like still being a classic Spanish midfielder in the middle as well, and getting getting both of that from him is something no one expected, and it was a real difference maker for the Spanish team this And I think that was the reason they made it to the final so convincingly, like his play.
Yeah. I feel like he definitely set the tone for that midfield a lot more than you would expect. But also, did Rodri ever have a game that was not 8 out of 10? Like,
I
that's
don't
what
think-
I'm worried about. Give me a
It's hard
second.
to say
'cause-
because you hadn't noticed it as much.
Yeah.
But-
I also don't think
Yeah,
I
alright.
also don't think he was tested all that much. The only two games he was really tested was Germany and today. Because I don't even think he was tested that much in the semis against France.
They
So-
win the ball back so well, though. Like,
Yeah.
he's a big part of that.
Yeah, I know, but like it's
Yeah, but it's not just him. It's the way the Spain
it's-
Spanish guys play as
it's
well.
not the reason they're winning games. Because
Yeah.
he's a big reason he wins games, but Fabian Ruiz was like he was more influential for them scoring goals and doing
Yeah.
the pressing, and like he was just involved in more facets of the game.
Yeah.
But I agree, Prom. I don't think he just hasn't had the best final or the semis, and these are the more important games. So maybe I almost feel like Yamal might tip it over now because he's been consistently good for the entire tournament. Even though he didn't convert today, he was still a massive threat. Had a few shots as well. For me, like in the semi-final, I was advocating for Fabian Ruiz. It's just after a performance like this, it might make sense to give it to someone who is like you were saying, a 7 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 the entire tournament. I think Yamal was that.
Yeah, I
don't
think
think
we'll
he'll
always
let every game.
prioritize the X Factor players. But other players that I felt like were just solid throughout the whole tournament, Kobe Mainu, up until today. Today he was just out of the game.
Yeah.
Two-man
He
midfield
had a
again.
few nice moments, but yeah, not like the impact he's had in other games.
Yeah, like I honestly I don't expect much. If you're gonna beat the Spain team, you need like 5 players with the mentality of Kobe Mainu,
Yeah.
Phil Foden, and Palmer. Like you need those guys that are like, okay, I can take risks. I'm in tight situations. I'm not going to clear the ball. It's a whole
Yeah.
team mindset that needs to shift. And same thing happens when United versus City. Kobe Mainu doesn't get too many touches on the ball unless the whole team buys into that philosophy of keeping the ball.
I don't even. Yeah,
Laporte?
exactly.
I thought Laporte was, again, 7, 8 out of 10 on the ball. He's so good. I don't know why he's in Qatar. Sorry, he's not even in Qatar. He's in Saudi.
Saudi.
He's with Al Nassr, and it's why, man. Like, I want to watch these guys before they're washed, and he's one of the ones that I think went just a bit too early. He could have played for Man City, and no one would have batted an eye this season.
Oh, for sure.
I was seeing some tweets. Favorite moments of the Euros this whole past month or two.
Favorite moments.
Yeah,
I
the
think-
moment that came up was Ronaldo's penalty miss.
That's
and
crazy.
just that whole debacle.
No,
That's
I'm a
my
hater,
favorite
but that didn't
moment.
even come to my mind.
That's so
I'm a hater,
crazy.
but that did not come to my mind.
Man, I was
That's
thinking
crazy.
I was thinking like the Nico Marino extra time goal against Germany because that's probably the most important goal in the tournament. But that's just generational hate to say that Ronaldo missed. Oh my days, that's so bad.
Guys, please get
That's
your
right.
hating caps on, get your loving caps on, whichever cap you want to wear, put it on.
I mean,
Yeah.
the 3 that came to mind for me were the Bellingham half bicycle, the Yamal goal in the semi, and then Danny Carvajal today to Bukayo Saka.
That was pretty good.
I feel
Yeah,
like the ending of the Spain-Germany game was the most tense I've felt
Yeah.
because there were red cards, yellow cards, players were getting suspended for the next game. We just weren't sure of what was going to happen at all, and yeah, it was a very chaotic finish, like you said, with the Marino goal. Any other moments, fellas? Come on, like the analysis part of the show is over. Get your
Dude.
hating cap on.
The sleep has been deprived that much. Memory from a few weeks
Yeah.
ago is a bit blurry.
Okay. I'll put this one out there. Eberechi Eze and Saka
Oh,
At
yeah.
At
Oh,
fullback.
that 3-4-3 against was it Slovakia, incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. Saka and Eze wingbacks, and then Tony Watkins and was it Palmer? I think up top. Oh,
Yeah.
incredible moment.
I think we got to shout out
Unfortunately, it
Turkey
wasn't
as well.
recreated today.
I think we got to shout out Turkey as well. I think they've been one of the teams where they've been playing some exciting football, and I was not expecting it out of them. Arda
Oh,
Güler had
didn't
couple good games.
wait? Didn't someone get clowned when they said they'll beat Austria?
Yeah, I'm sorry. This guy, you had to bring it up. I'm sorry. I didn't think they would get past Austria. But to be fair, Austria had an absolute stinker and should have tied the game up in the last minute. But
That is true. Yeah.
I think you have to. I still think watching Turkey was surprisingly fun throughout the tournament. So that's
Yeah.
definitely one of the surprises for me.
Going back
Yeah.
to that Slovakia game against England,
Hmm.
I'd just like to share this piece of information. Give me a sec.
Oh gosh.
So this was one of the men in that Slovakia midfield. I'd like you to look at yeah. So this was one of the men that
That's right. He's
essentially
experienced.
that's not
What was-
experience, John. That's retirement. That's not experience. That's retirement. This was one of the guys that the so-called greatest English team of all time. It's not. Maybe the 06 one, but one of the best England teams of all time. This guy was able to run rings around them. England were playing an out of possession strategy, trying to figure out what to do on fast breaks against a Slovakia team this tournament. And because they made the final, I think we can see Gareth Southgate sticking around. What do you guys think?
I mean, isn't it already confirmed he's sticking around for 2 years after 2?
I'm sure there'll be a player protest in the next 12 months, but he
There
will
has
be.
to be.
What do you
He's
mean a
got to
player
go, bro.
protest? The players
I-
love him. It won't be. I don't think it'll come from the players' perspective. if it
Mate,
comes from anywhere, it'll be the
Ollie
fans.
Watkins, Cole
the-
Palmer, they're gonna lead
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
They're gonna
Mate,
lead
the
something.
come on.
old guard.
Let's be honest here. Do you think how much power do you think Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins has in this English team? You're looking at the Jude Bellinghams. You're looking at the Harry Kanes.
If they
Why would
continue
Jude
to come
love
off
him?
the bench to win games for this team when they're in the slums, they're
Listen.
gonna get some power from there.
No. That it doesn't work like that, bro. They have no power in this team. We're talking about the guys who've been in this team or who've got the commercial ability to make an actual difference, and that's where Jude comes in. And these guys love Gareth Southgate. Yeah,
How do we
yeah.
know Jude loves
Oh my
Gareth?
God. Are you kidding
How do
me,
we
bro?
know Jude loves Gareth?
No, Jude has been nothing but supportive, and like to a point where he's looked a little bit delusional. Like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah,
like
but you
after
have
the
to be.
Slovakia
You
game,
have
he was
to
like,
be in
"Oh
a
no,
tournament. You
no,
have to be
no,
in a
you
tournament.
don't.
Yeah.
You do not have to be
Yes, you
that
do.
level of delusion." He said
You do.
we playing a good level of football, which is crazy to
But-
me. You can't
But
come out of
when
that
your
game
manager
and
is
say,
Gareth Southgate and you're in the middle of a tournament, you have to be delusional to keep him happy.
"Nah,
keep him
bro.
sane. You have to.
Look, nah." As in,
Going to a
look at-
back four and not playing Anthony Gordon on the wing, crazy.
Yeah, the fact that Gordon got 0 minutes this entire Euros is something that baffles me. Because
I mean, he got like
He's an
5
impact.
minutes and England looked deadly in those 5 minutes.
it's. I don't know how you take. Why do you take him then? Like, why not bring in a Rashford then, or bring in a Grealish?
If they're playing a
someone
back
who,
No,
four, I'm so calm.
No,
I'm so calm with it.
no.
If
Sad,
they went back to a
we
back
don't want to
four, it's okay.
associate. We don't want to
No.
associate with this nonsense. Okay, keep the
No,
family away.
I'm just saying, like, if you're bringing in a winger and you only want him to play like absolutely very limited minutes, why not take the person who's got experience in that role for this team before? Like, why take someone fresh who they think they can have an impact if you're not going to give them an opportunity to have that impact? And to be fair, I think we would have seen the exact same thing out of Kobe Mainu had Trent not stunk it up. I think Kobe would have been there, only played 5-10 minutes here and there. Had Gallagher not been absolutely shocking for 45 minutes, had Trent not stunk it
Yeah.
up the first game, he had no other options. So I don't think Southgate's very good about rotating the squad. So why not take people you actually know and comfortable with? Why bring all these new people and not do anything with them?
Exactly.
I mean,
And-
why bring him on? He's not going to sub him anyway. He's got his 11. He's fine.
I mean, was it which team was it that didn't opt to take a 26 France? That
That
they
was-
just decided to take one less because they
That
didn't
was-
want to ruin the vibes. Honestly, Gareth Southgate might have to consider something like that going forward because
Take less people.
he has his guys. He has his
Yeah.
guys.
Why would you take less people if you gotta take your full squad, right? Just think injuries happen. You can't predict these things. The
Bro, it's a 26
France
man
vibes thing. Still, like look at the team they took. Imagine if Declan Rice goes down and you went with a man short. What do you do? Like what does England do in that situation?
Lewis Dunk.
Really they.
Lewis Dunk.
Yeah, okay, this is craziness coming out, but like that's what I'm saying. Like look at Rodri. Like if Rodri going down, they only have really one person who can fill that role, and they're lucky enough that like their team is just good enough to hide the shortcomings that I forget his name now, Zubi. Like although they're not, there we go. Thank you. As in, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's definitely no Rodri. So,
Alright.
but you could hide his impact on the game because the rest of the team's amazing. But all it takes is an injury like that to a pivotal player who you don't have that much backup behind, and it's all gone. So why would you not take your full 26?
All right. As we wrap up, we'll try and do this one quickly, but I want to go through all the teams and sort of get like a best moment from them. You can get your hating caps on. Like this does not need to be analysis. Have some fun with it. Germany, for me, them crashing out at home was beautiful. But if you guys have anything else on your mind, let me know.
No, same thing.
In this game.
All right.
Yeah, as
cool.
sad as it was.
Switzerland.
Ooh.
It has to be the Shaqiri goal. If I hear anything else, I'll be so
Okay.
disappointed.
All right. The Shaqiri goal was a real wow moment, and then he didn't play after that.
But it
really,
doesn't matter,
which was
bro.
weird.
That wow moment was brilliant.
We got what we came for. Hungary, Slobby.
That goal against Scotland in the injury time. Gotta be.
Oh, that was such a dumb moment. What I don't know why it was so hype because they did. We knew they weren't going to qualify.
No, there wasn't none at that time.
It
We
was
were
known.
like fairly sure. Like
No, because
80%
they were
sure.
the first group to play as well. So you can't know that.
But we
Some teams
no,
are
like
very
it was like
confident.
80%. I remember it being like 80% certain because the goal difference is -3.
80% isn't certain, buddy.
I don't know. I would not be celebrating a chance at the lotto like that.
A 20%
Scotland,
chance. That's crazy.
Scotland.
This is why you guys have never won
Scotland.
Sunday League. This is why.
Okay, okay, buddy.
That's-
There's no need for that
Scotland-
right now.
The probably the Rudiger own goal. I don't know. Scotland was really.
We'll run with that. We'll run with that. All right. Group B, favorite moments. I'm totally not trying to intro each group to make a nice reel for you guys to edit.
Your
but,
mile goal. I'm not saying anything about today.
okay.
I think
Well,
it's
actually,
gotta
maybe
be-
the Marino goal against Germany.
It's got to be either the Marino goal, the Yamal
Yamal.
goal, or today or Yazabal.
What
I'm not
about the
talking about today.
Murata build-up play, man?
No.
All right. Italy.
They were really asked this year, man. Like,
Winning
Oh
a game.
no, the Croatia moment, the last minute goal against Croatia.
Sure.
Winning a game.
Um,
Croatia, Modric still being alive.
I was gonna say Modric crying because when he was done, because that was sad, bro. I'd like to keep this guy still playing, but I think he's not gonna be around too much longer. Which is sad.
Albania, the
goal against Italy, man. It has to be the goal in the first minute.
I mean,
Or
the
Aaron
most
Throw
relevant, the most
the
relevant
shitty
moment
throw
was
in.
getting sanctioned for the fans being racist.
Oh,
That's
we got more of that to come. We've got more of that to come. Don't worry.
great.
I mean, and the players throwing up gang signs that are allegedly
Um,
just friendly signs.
My favorite England moment still has to be me waking up in the 70th minute and Bukayo Saka is genuinely
Second
playing
right.
left back. That has to be one of my favorite moments of all
Yeah.
time.
I'm
Uh,
going Cole Palmer assist to Ollie Watkins and Cole Palmer goal today.
I was gonna say you gotta give one of these ones. That was a pretty cold goal, man. But it just happened too
Yeah.
early. Happened too early for the England team.
Ice
Okay.
cold, baby.
Denmark. No Ericsson jokes, please.
I was gonna say
I
my
know you're
favorite
thinking
moment
it,
would have been
but
as a United fan. I'm taking the Ericsson goal.
Denmark going
I-
undefeated.
that's
The
actually
groups.
crazy. The 3 draws is crazy.
Yeah.
The 3 draws was Denmark and Slovenia, 3 draws each. That's crazy. Serbia.
I thought they were pretty non-factor. I got nothing
Okay,
memorable
I
to
felt
say.
like they played well against England, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna give them like a little round of
Mini clap.
applause.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's the thing with Serbia, right? Like, even at the last World Cup, I was like, wow, they have such a strong team, and the last Euros as well, because they have so many names that
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never seen it like work together at all well. Austria, everyone's dark
Netherlands game
horses.
probably that third goal. Just
Mm.
happens to goal.
I was just gonna say Ralph Ragnick ball in general.
He's a terrible human being, but sure. France.
Mbappe
Can't
blazing
take
the
it.
ball. No,
That's the
it's
only
gotta
thing
be
you can
Mbappe.
say. There was nothing good about the France tournament.
No, the Mbappe 85th minute blazing it over against Spain. I thought that
I
was pretty.
I would like to say Ousmane Dembele completing the redemption
Actually, you know
arc.
what? Now that you said that, Mbappe's whole tournament, beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Alright.
Beautiful to see.
Hating
Oliver Giroud
pigs.
minutes.
Netherlands.
Oh please! It's gotta be the Javi Simmons disallowed goal.
It has to be
Because of
every Xavi
Dumfries.
Simons moment.
Yeah.
I
Someone
think
tweeted this.
Depay starting every game, just like Harry Kane started every game for England's a close second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was no need for that. Someone tweeted this. Xavi Simons is just Hannibal Medri that someone believed in, and
Yeah.
they cry the exact same. The hairstyles sort of the same. I'm starting to see it. Poland is ass. Lewandowski is ass. That's all I have to say there.
Yeah.
Romania.
That first game against Ukraine was so hyped. I was watching that game. Gosh damn! Every goal, every moment, every tackle, the crowd was insane. And that group,
Belgium?
every team on 4 points is nuts as well.
I feel like Belgium.
Belgium has to be Lukaku's disallowed goals.
Oh,
Short, like
Yeah, like Lukaku and his personal battles. That's what this tournament was for. Going.
It could have been player of the tournament, honestly.
It very easily could have been.
Yeah, it's a matter of inches, fellas. Slovakia.
Benjamin Sesko hitting the crossbar 6,000 times. He was my main man. He let me down a little bit this tournament. He was I thought it'd be a lot.
He
more
really should have
influential.
knocked England out.
He was so sloppy with his ball striking against England. It didn't make sense to me. Ukraine.
Just Zinchenko crying again. How many times have we seen this man cry for his country?
It is what it is. Portugal.
If you say it again, I'm leaving.
How long we got?
It is what it is. It is what it is. Because that man, Homelander himself, cried midway through a game.
Let's
That they
how
eventually won.
World football. He's corrupted world football by taking some players to the Saudi and corrupting them for money. Now he's come to this tournament acting like he's all that, trying to start every game, taking penalties. That missed penalty was a glorious moment.
I'm telling you.
And then Pepe slipping as well. I thought it was another Gerrard moment. I'm like, this is the perfect ending.
How can you hate on Pepe? Pepe's like the complete opposite experience to Ronaldo. He's like so humble.
I know,
he does
but
anything for the team.
Perfect ending in 12-minute span. You have Ronaldo missing a pen and then Pepe slipping and then going through on goal to close it out for Portugal. That would have been incredible.
Look, I said this last time. I think Ronaldo crying is probably because it's the first time he's ever felt that useless in a game. And hopefully he's thinking, I don't want to play for Portugal anymore. I can't do anything for the team. Unfortunately, he said, I think I'll be ready for the World Cup.
Said, I'll be here for 26. I'm like, man, shut your ass up.
I mean, look, hopefully they just don't take him. That's your best option, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
Turkey?
no. We're not done. We're not done. We're not
No,
done.
we're done. I don't want. I'm done with you, mate.
We're
Oh,
Oh
we're not
no.
done.
oh yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Every free kick. Every free kick. Every free kick.
This is as real as it gets. Okay.
30 yards
When
out. 30 yards out.
I want you guys to try and beat me up when I try and do this at 39 years old. Sunday league. I'm still gonna be putting up like this
Hey, listen, I
whenever,
can't
wherever.
I can't
Only
talk
things getting
because
pulled out of your hamstrings, buddy.
Nah.
I can't say anything about this because I'm currently the free kick taker for Blacktown and I've scored 1 in 3 years. So I don't think I
Honestly,
can come
honestly,
back.
that's a good conversion rate. I'll give you that. Honestly, I respect it.
I'd rather cross the ball in with Blacktown, to be totally honest with you guys. But
Mate, just get the
Okay.
rebound.
it is what it is.
No,
Get the
no.
rebound.
Yeah. If there was a rebound to get, I would have got him. I would have got him, John.
Nah,
This
I
guy's a
believe in
lazy
Sanchez hit
brother.
the post for force to save. Just get the rebound, mate.
Turkey.
The Arda Güler goal? I think that's almost as close as what your mom did,
No,
right?
no. It has to be Demirel scoring 2 and getting
yes.
a 2-game
I think it's
suspension
ready to put two.
because he decided that was the moment for. I don't know if you're going to call it a political statement. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever it is, don't do it. Whatever it was. I don't. Yeah, I don't think you should do an anti whoever statement in Germany. They don't have a good track record with that, and they're making up for it every day that they exist now. Georgia.
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think it has to be Kavicha's halfway
What's
shot
his name?
against Spain that almost
say his
made
last
it.
name. Say his last name.
Kvaratskhelia. Yeah,
Very nice, very nice.
yeah.
Don't
Jono
ask
can't.
him to say names. He can't say Shea Gildas Alexander. So
All right, there's no need for that.
like,
I
the
only
first time he
know
said
the
it, he said
names of
Gillies.
ethical hoopers. Only the ethical hoopers. Yeah. All right. Shekia.
Ain't
To be
nobody care.
honest, yeah, I
Ain't
don't
nobody
remember
cares.
too many much of their games.
Wait,
Maybe
no, no, they beat Portugal, didn't they? Oh no, they
No.
didn't.
they drew one
What-
game.
what did
and it looks
Czechia
like it was in
do?
Georgia. I feel like they had. I remember Socek doing something. I just remember his face in a
Oh no.
Czechia game.
Yeah. Well, they Portugal had that last minute winner against them in the group stage, which was rather annoying. But yeah, Schick did not score a wonder goal like he did last time. Yeah, not too much else to say, but we'll just go through the final goal tally. I'm sure
We've
everyone
already done
is
it, mate.
tired.
Come on. Okay. Stats.
Does that mean Harry Kane technically gets Golden Boot as well?
Yeah, they're sharing it this time round, man. I
So-
can't believe they are, but
Yamal,
Lamine
4 assists,
Yamal
wow.
gets 4 assists,
Yeah,
most assists. Before I switch over to the tab, who do you think got most yellows?
Ooh.
Carvajal's gonna be up there, right? He's got a few.
He's got to be up there. Anyone else that could be up there?
Murata?
Yeah.
He's not a football player in my eyes.
How many did Emre Can get? Because I swear he got a few as well.
He didn't start though.
No,
But he
Chen,
got a
no
few.
way. Chen. I think it has to be Carvajal. It's got to be. What?
It's the main man. It's the man that we always forget. The tactical foul
Really?
genius.
Did Carvajal only get yellow cards in that one game? There's no way.
No,
Unless they
didn't he
changed it already.
didn't he get a yellow today?
Yeah, I don't think it got updated for today's, but even if
Oh,
Carvajal did, then he
Would've
goes
gone
up to 3.
And
You
Rodri
can't
didn't get one
get
today.
you can't get that many yellow cards in the group stages, remember? You get suspended.
Yeah, but he did get suspended. Is my point.
Yeah, so
If he got one today, that means he got
suspended, you
4.
only need 2.
No,
You
he's
need-
definitely got at least 3 because he got 2 in the one
Yeah.
game and then he got one today.
Wait,
So he's definitely.
Did he
tied
get
with
one
guys.
today?
He got one today.
I think
He
that
Okay,
just
no,
counts
then-
as a
then
red
he got
though.
4. He got 4 then, yeah. It's changed. He
But-
got 4 because his first yellow in the Germany game he got suspended for the semi because of that, and then he got another yellow to get the red card, and then he got one
I think
today.
it just
so
counts as a red. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
that's
goes
what it's
down to
done.
2. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what it's done. Yeah.
Damn it.
But I'm sure if Rodri played out the whole game, man, he would have gotten a yellow today. He is that guy.
Yeah, he would.
He is that
anyway.
guy.
Yeah.
He is that guy. Player of the tournament, we've already talked about it. I think we'll wrap it
Yeah.
up here, fellas. It's been a good tournament. Before we go, Copa America is on at 10 a.m.
Gosh damn, man. I'm
John,
gonna sleep.
you gotta stay up. You gotta stay up, buddy.
I set up to watch Wimbledon. Gosh.
Cuz, if you're gonna be unemployed, you're gonna watch sport. Those are the rules. I did not make the rules. That is the way life goes, unfortunately. 10 a.m. Argentina, Colombia.
It's 11. Oh, please, no, not 10. It's 11.
10 a.m.
Surely.
10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
I hope, for like a streets won't forget moment, it's James Rodriguez in Colombia that wins it. But let's be honest.
I hope it goes to
Oh, it's
penalties.
sad. This is
And
something I threw out to
I
Bram.
hope. What?
I threw this out to Prom a few days ago. If Argentina win, a cheeky Leo Messi 8th Ballon d'Or.
He mentioned this last time, and I'm like, I'm not having it. He does not deserve it. This is why the Ballon d'Or means nothing to me now. Like I
It means
I just don't put
everything.
any credit.
It means
I
everything.
don't put any
Get-
credit into it. If Messi
Hey, get
even
him
gets
to
credit
10.
for this, if
Get him
Messi
to 10.
gets credit for this Argentina win. If Argentina win the Copa America and Messi gets credit, I'll be like, what? He'll be next level Glazy because he
He's-
hasn't done anything.
Argentina. He
He's
is
been good.
Argentina.
He's
He hasn't
but
been
he's
great,
not.
but he's been
He's
good.
not been great. What do you mean? He's not. You can't
He's
say.
been great,
you
but he
can't
hasn't
even,
been Messi.
I don't even think he's been great. I don't think he's. I'm not even talking about Messi.
He's grown into the
I don't-
tournament. He's grown into it. He wasn't doing much early on, but he's grown into it every game by game.
I don't know, man. I just feel like there's other people in this team, in this Argentinian team, that have been better. So, but I'm hoping for. I'm just. No, it doesn't matter, mate. I'm hoping for a Colombia win. I want James Rodriguez to win. That's my guy. I've always loved him. I'll see what hopefully he wins.
Actually, one more thing. After today's result, what are we thinking Ballon d'Or wise?
I think Jude is locked. The more I think about it,
I agree.
Danny Carvajal.
um,
What the?
What am I
Oh
looking
my-
at right now?
I ain't gonna
We
say
can't-
much.
We can't end the video with this image, bro.
I ain't gonna say much. Is that your man's? Is that your man? Is that your man? Don't curl up into a ball, you little sissy. Own up to it. Own up to it. This is your man's. This is who
That's
he
crazy.
is. This is what they know him for. This is what they know Joel
That's
Embiid for, my friend.
He's
Yeah, I
about to be a
think
gold
the more
medalist, mate. You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth. He's about to lead a country to the gold medal in the Olympics.
There's an interesting stat. There's only one player who's never made the conference finals in this USA men's national team for basketball. I don't know who that is, but yeah, let me know if you have any clue. I think Bellingham is locked for the Ballon d'Or now. Obviously,
crazy.
you guys have said Vinny is Vinny had a
Vinny's
poor
done. He's done.
Copper, but Vinny was great second half of the season. I thought Vinny was the X factor, but so many moments this season, I was like, yeah, like you can't argue with it at a certain point. Yes, he's a moments player, it feels like, but you just can't argue with like the numbers.
That's really what
at a
football
certain
is, though,
point.
to be honest.
It
You
is,
know how
but
much joy I feel knowing that Jude is going to win a Ballon d'Or before Mbappe? It's amazing. It's so good. I'm so happy about it. It brings me so
you've
much
watched
joy.
less than 10 Jude Bellingham games in your life.
I know.
It brings me so much
Well,
joy.
listen,
You've watched
I-
less than 10 Jude Bellingham games in your life. What?
Bro,
Who are you, bro?
And
bro,
what?
I said
what?
it earlier. I said it earlier. Jono is the definition of football terrorism.
You don't even know this guy, bro. He's 19.
crazy.
Stop harassing him, bro.
Hey,
Stop harassing him.
I'm not harassing him. You didn't know him either. He ain't your mate.
I'm not the one saying how I would feel if he won it over Killian. I have no
because you're
dogs in
crying
the
about
race.
it. You're crying about it. Once the stream ends, you want to go to your bed, lie down, and think about what football has come to. That Kylian's done 6 years of greatness. He's not come close to a Ballon d'Or. What's going
Hey.
on?
Hey, Kylian will be back. Kylian will be back. I have faith.
Yeah,
Let's see how it
he'll be
goes.
back, but not with vengeance. He'll be back though.
Oh, okay.
He'll be
alright.
back on his Ronaldo type beat.
I feel like yesterday or during this week, this might be Bellingham's best ever season, which is crazy to say.
It
He
could
might be a better player in the future, but he will never have a season like this. I would say there's like a 60% chance. That's
Yeah.
a very random number, but I would say it's
Yeah.
more likely than not that he never has a season like this where it's like, yo, what the heck?
I think
Dude.
that's fair.
Like pure numbers wise, really, and like moments wise. Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, some
But
of
yeah,
us are
here's
employed.
to-
Some of us are employed, mate. We gotta wrap this up, please.
Exactly right. We got to get off to work, fellas. It's been a pleasure over the past month. Spain are champions. We did it. We did it. Talking about it. England coming home bullshit. Get out of here. Stay locked in, fellas. Subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.
See ya.
Embarrassing.